Presently in the UK, you have 15 hours of childcare free for children once they are 3 year old, and then all children of school age, obviously from 4 years and above, are entitled to at least 30 hours of schooling. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vivian. Today I'm talking to you about the new childcare rules that are coming to the UK, and this is going to benefit most especially students and workers on a tier 2 visa. The new budgetary change has been announced by Jeremy Hunt. It is now going to take place that from September of 2025, every child from 9 months to 4 year old can access 30 hours of free childcare. Now, this is not public fund, just to be clear, especially for visa holders, which is why I'm making this video for clarification. Now, when this comes to play, it means that you can actually have 30 hours free for your child once the child is 9 months old up until school age. And how beautiful is this? It means even as a student or as a worker who's just had a baby, or people who are coming to the UK and are worried of how they're going to cope with childcare, 30 hours is going to be free for you to work. And on a standard tier 2 visa, you have 37.5 hours or minimum of 36 hours full-time work. That is 30 hours already covered for you in childcare, which you don't need to worry about. So from 9 months old, a 9-month-old baby up until 4 years can have 30 hours free of childcare. And that means you only have to worry about 7 hours of childcare for your child. How beautiful is this? And mind you, before September of 2025, they are saying that before then, in 2024, children who are 2-year-old can access 15 hours of childcare. Presently, you cannot access this. This free childcare is not just going to start in 2025. From April 2024, children who are 2 years old can get 15 hours of free childcare. So it's not just going to wait until you can say 2025 is a long time. From 2024, next year, April, if your child is 2 years old, you can get 15 hours of free childcare for this child, which is absolutely lovely. Now, they say from September of 2024, this now extends to 9-month-old babies up until 2 years old, getting 15 hours of childcare, whereas 3-year-old and 4-year-olds can get 30 hours of childcare. And then in 2025, the full free childcare now comes into force, making it possible for children from 9 months old up until 4-year-old getting 30 hours of free childcare. Trust me, childcare is very, very expensive, and a lot of families will actually benefit from these new budgetary changes. The whole aim of the budgetary change is to ensure that more people are in work and that families are able to afford childcare costs. That way, people work more. So, if you are on a visa, in 2024, you can get 15 hours of free childcare for your 2-year-old, and from September of 2024, 9-month-old babies up until 2-year-old babies to get 15 hours of free childcare. And then in 2025, your 9-month-old up until 4-year-old babies can have 30 hours of free childcare in the UK. It is simply amazing. The other amazing thing that is going to be happening for workers in the UK is that in 2026, a new measure is going to put in place which will make it possible for schools to have preschool time. For instance, resume at 8 o'clock. For instance, nurses resume work at 7:30. So from 2026 September, schools will have provisions to take children into school before 8 a.m. That means they're giving funds to school to take children preschool and hold them in after school clubs up until 6 p.m. This is very key because most people are worried about after school in the UK. Now, with this provision, you have 33 hours before 8 a.m. for your child to be in preschool, and you have hours after school to 6 p.m. to hold your child until you finish work. And for the average nurse or worker in the UK, 5 o'clock, 6 p.m. is a close time. If you are a nurse, you have an hour or more left, or 2 hours, which is just 2 hours to sort out childcare. This is very, very paramount for workers in the UK, and is a very good welcome development. So if you're going to be in the UK in the autumn of 2026 or in the autumn of 2025, these are the welcome changes that are going to be happening, and these changes will begin in phases from 2024 April. If you have any questions concerning the free childcare that the UK government is introducing into the UK, do ask in the comment section below, and comment how you think this is going to help you or anyone that you know, either as a student or as a tier 2 worker in the UK. Bear in mind, presently you only have 15 hours for 3-year-olds to 4-year-olds when they're in school age before they can extend to 30 hours in school. But what this means now is that school times, we have preschools and after school hours up to 6 p.m. and this means you can walk up to 6 p.m. in the UK and not worry about childcare. And this also means that if you have a little baby, you can be sure that from 9 months you can have a baby in childcare from 9 months and don't have to worry about childcare. Now, for those who have their settlement already and on universal credits, you are also able to get more money. Now, I'm not going to talk about the universal credit because I know a lot of people who watch my videos are people on a tier 2 visa. For those who are on universal credits who have their indefinite leave to remain, we have more money from the government based off this budgetary release. And this means some people will decide not to work anymore. However, those on the visa have to work, but just know that you have 30 hours of free childcare from 2025 September. It is amazing. At least after 9 months of maternity, you are able to go back to work for at least 30 hours. It is brilliant. You might ask the question, why is this change not taking effect immediately? Why does it have to go in phases? Bear in mind that in the UK, you cannot care for more than 4 children as an adult per time, even as a childminder. The same thing for schools. They have to do a lot of work into recruiting, expanding their spaces, because it's a whole lot of increase. Presently they care for children from 3-year-old or 2-year-old to 4-year-old, but now they are increasing the number from 9-month-old to 4-year-old. Now they need more spaces, they need more staff to be employed, they need to make the environment safe, ensure that appropriate safeguarding of children, and ensure that the place is safe for children to come every day. So it's a lot of things to do. It's a lot of funds to go into school. The same thing even for the preschool and after school hours, which is planned for schools and primary schools. These need a lot of planning. This need a lot of funding to ensure that adequate staff are available to cater for children who would come before and after and stay in school after school hours. So it's not something that has to be rushed into. And I believe it's for this sole reason that this law is not pushed out fully, so that gradually schools, nurseries, minders, and the rest who would like to increase their businesses, because now there are a lot more people who will be willing to go back to work because the child care cost has been significantly reduced for them. So don't be surprised that this is having to be phased in gradually. I believe it's just to ensure that adequate preparation, adequate funding, and most importantly, adequate staffing is put in place for children to be taken care of in schools and in nursery alike. Having to have more number of children and obviously babies who are 9 months old being cared for in nursery is going to be a whole lot, and it will require more people to be trained, more staff to be employed into the setting to ensure that children are safe and are given the best care as much as possible while you are at work. These are the main reasons why this thing is going to be phased gradually. But once this is done, it means free childcare, 30 hours for workers in the UK and those who are on a visa, and also those who aren't on a visa. The whole aim is to get everybody working and make life easier for people. I hope this video was informative for you to understanding the phases that the childcare is going to be introduced in the UK. If you have any questions, to comment in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.